Okay, so we're doing an episode on some more stuff that people have sent to me on Instagram. These aren't quite viewer tattoos so much as they are, viewer suggested tattoos, we'll say.
Trending tattoos
Yeah.
that viewers think we should talk about?
Some of them are trending and some of them are like weird one-offs and stuff. There's a couple in here that I've seen a few times. Like I've gotten sent to me more than once, so. But hopefully it'll be a good blend.
Yeah, hopeful.
So we got this this horrible scar that looks almost like a branding.
Yeah, it looks like, like a burn of some sort.
It almost looks like there's a worm living under his skin.
Right?
You know what I mean? And then they covered it with a snake. So to me, it's almost like, why not just do the worm, you know?
Right. Or like, I don't know. I just feel like they could have gone bigger.
Oh, definitely they could have gone bigger.
And like, the shape is very snake-like, but like, I just think that if they had gone bigger, it would have looked better.
I think the worry is that like if they go bigger, then part of it will be standing out and part of it won't be.
Yeah, I guess.
Right. So they follow the shape of this horrible scar, and it's almost like the texture plays into the tattoo.
Yeah.
So especially because it's in such a peculiar formation that I don't really feel like it would have been to much benefit to make it bigger in this instance. Mm-hmm. But like, it's just that like the tattoo itself isn't that amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks pretty bad.
Well, like,
I think it's pretty hard to tattoo over a scar like this.
I don't know if it was the intention that they were like, well, most of this is gonna blob up because it's a scar, so why don't we intentionally make it look kind of shabby everywhere? Mm-hmm. Right? There is a chance that was the idea.
Yeah, maybe.
Because like nothing that was done on the scar looks much different from what was done off the scar. Mm-hmm. So there's a chance that they did this on purpose, which is like, I still think you could have done a better version of it though.
Yeah, I think so too. Right?
Like there's no reason why you couldn't have tried to do more. But like, I gotta imagine that it hurts to get tattooed over something like that.
I would think it would.
Like, I can't even imagine tattooing that. It must feel like you're tattooing jelly or something.
Yeah.
Like, they do firm up a bit, but like, it also looks pretty pink still.
I know, scar tissue, I mean, so like, I've had some experience tattooing over quite a bit of scar tissue, actually. Not scars this big, but like little scars. I've done quite a few, and it does feel different to tattoo over.
Yeah.
So like as I said, I haven't tattooed over a scar that's this big, but plenty of small scars, like up wrists and stuff like that.
The rule here is typically
don't tattoo it if it's pink.
But
yeah.
I don't think this is ever not gonna be pink.
Right.
Like this looks like it's like gonna like that's probably been like that for a long time.
I think like asking like how many, like a year healed is the other thing too, right? So like a year healed and not pink are the two I've heard.
This kind of scar is never gonna be, but it almost looks like he has a fucking worm under his skin. Like that's crazy. I can't even imagine
I can imagine
that.
wanting to get it tattooed over though. Oh, and here's another strange one.
Yeah, we're not gonna meander too long on that one. I think it's impressive that they covered that, but I think they could have probably been a little more ambitious with it. This one here I've had sent to me a million times, I would say, and it was always like, yeah, I don't know if I want to cover this. It's like, remember, I'm always saying like we're in that place where like it's hard to tell if something's real or fake anymore because like there's so many real bad ones.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's so many of these that are real that it's like, I wouldn't doubt that he made his head a burger. Right? Because like this guy put an eagle face on his head. And this is real.
Yes.
And it also seems as if the guy asked for his likeness.
It's a very nicely done eagle face too.
But like it looks like him. Yeah, it looks like him if he's an eagle.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I think every time I see this fucking thing. He's got the same nose and the same eyes.
And it's the same like scowling eyes too,
yeah,
right?
It's like make me an eagle and put it on my forehead. The placement, I don't know if it's the angle that we're looking at this from, but the placement seems slightly off. Like it seems like it's slightly
kind of off center,
more to his right and our left.
I agree.
Like, but because like the beak doesn't quite line up, right? Like the beak looks off center with the shape of his nose.
But the eyes are off center too.
Like I think if you're doing a tattoo this like this well, like as a tattoo itself is done fairly well.
Oh, yeah, it's a nice tattoo.
On a visible spot like this, like how about you re-stencil it as many times as you need to?
Right.
Maybe don't just go fuck it.
And do like, yeah, I would be going for as center as I possibly can.
I used to talk to a guy, like when I worked overnights a million years ago, I used to have a regular who would come in, and like he would talk about doing things like this. Like he was like very confident about doing things like that. Like, I'm gonna have a bald eagle. The way he talked about it was just like, I could see him doing this.
Jeez.
Like, there are people who this is the play.
Yeah.
Right? But like, I just hope he's set.
I mean, it's definitely a conversation piece.
Oh yeah, yeah. And dude's older, so
yeah.
Maybe he was thinking about doing this for a long time.
Yeah, his whole life, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he always wanted an eagle on his forehead. And so I got this one sent to me, and this is fun. This is definitely like a flash piece.
Oh yeah.
Right? He's got a bent over a slap. The Looney Tunes were so controversial. This almost could have been a scene in the Looney Tunes. Like, the Looney Tunes have been pulled from most networks. You can barely find them anymore.
Interesting. I didn't
Remember
know
they used
that.
to make like Looney Tunes movies all the time?
Yeah.
So they don't do that anymore.
Well, I mean, this lady bunny, she was in the Space Jam movie.
Yeah, for sure. I think she was in a lot of them.
I don't know.
She was in a lot of Looney Tunes.
That's the only time I remember seeing the Lola Rabbit. I think her name was.
I think she was a not so regular.
Oh.
I think she was Bug's love interest.
Oh.
In general.
Well, anyways, I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the Looney Tunes in general are very humorous. Like, they were designed to be for kids, but there was a lot of like
adults.
There was a lot of stuff in there that was only funny for adults.
Yeah,
and it was like you can't have them anymore. Like, they were too problematic for our time.
Oh yeah, I could see
ridiculous to me.
Like Pepe Le Pew and his eternal.
Yeah, he's too rapey.
Well, he's always after that poor cat. And she wants none of it.
But like, it was all like that. Like, the whole thing was designed like in a different time where things like this cartoon here were kind of appropriate. Right, like this isn't that memey. Like, this is almost what the show was.
Right, I would actually love to see this colored. I think it would just be so much better colored because Looney Tunes is so bright, and it's like it's like a really well done flash piece.
Yeah, this is totally just
like
a
I don't
flash
hate it.
piece.
Yeah.
So we got like ants on a palm.
Oh man, that's I mean, okay, so I think this would be creepier if the ants could have been more realistic, and I don't think you could have gotten them more realistic.
Yeah, I think even at this, like, especially with how tight they are together, if they blow out and you want them to, I think it's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
Like, there's a very good chance that this thing is just a big blob.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to tell kind of what they are now. Like, they look almost like spiders.
Well, and I think the idea is to invoke like that itchy palm sensation too. Like, you're supposed to see this, and then your palm's supposed to like, get crawly. But they're just not quite right. And I think maybe on a different body part, if you could have done them smaller.
I think the farther apart ones are going to do better. I think the ones in the center there.
Well, they're already hard to read.
Yeah, that's going to be just a big blob bomb. Mm-hmm. I think most of this is going to stay, but it's just going to, like, the ideal result is to have them spread.
Yeah.
And there's no room to spread in the center there. So I like that they kept the legs apart to some degree.
Yeah, they're not really connected.
The body will spread is the idea, and then it might connect. Mm-hmm. But, like, yeah, the center is just going to be a big jumble, I think. It's just too bad. It's a cool idea.
Right.
This I had to show.
Oh, I've seen this a couple times now.
Fucking hilarious. This is one of the best back pieces ever.
Really bad, but like, is it meant to be bad tattoos?
It has to be. Like,
right?
the text is too much. Like, and it's done well. Like, the script is done very well. Right? Like, that's black and the lines are straight.
Yeah, and it's filled nicely. Like,
this is the problem: is this lion is too good to be bad. Right, like, he looks like he's done on purpose to look stupid, right? Like, he doesn't have like this in and out of your depth kind of shading and like uneven lines that are like partially in and partially not. That's typically what a lion like this gets. Like, you have like this, and there would have been some attempt at some half-ass shading too.
Right.
So like, this was done by a badass. It was just done by someone who was having fun. Like, this was a joke between the two of them.
Super hilarious.
Yeah. This is a big canvas to waste on a joke, though.
I know. It's like, it reminds me of those like really bad 90s t-shirts or like the early 2000s ones that like you could get at like the
There might
Spencer's
be
stores.
an into this joke. Like there might be like this may have been like a Christian ad or something, like, and they're spoofing it. Like there might be a meme to this that I'm missing.
This isn't something I recognize, but
I'm thinking like for the joke to translate, like I think they probably took this from something.
probably.
I don't think this was a custom piece necessarily, but I could be wrong. Either way, it's pretty funny. It's just,
I think it's pretty
like
funny.
I would have done it a little worse, and it would have been funnier. Like there should have been some typos in here and some like fucking really half-assed shading. It would have made the joke funnier for me.
I think when you know how to get it in the skin good, though,
hard
you
to
have
fuck
a hard
up
time
on
fucking it
purpose.
up. Yeah. I was talking to Terry about that when I was like, I almost had to do those palms. He's like, try and blow it out. And I was like,
Yeah, I don't know how to blow
I
out on
honestly
purpose.
don't know if I could if I
No
tried.
one knows how to blow out
Yeah.
on purpose. So it's like those are things you do by mistake. So then we have this little guy, use it, bitch. It's like
it's
a
pointing
brain
at
with
your-
a dude. Like, what is this? His conscience speaking or something? It's fucking crazy how many likes this thing
I
got.
bet you though, okay, so I bet you someone who knows a lot about brain anatomy could tell us exactly what part of the brain that it's pointing at, and it probably has significance. Like he's not just pointing at a random part of the brain. There is a part of the brain this is pointing at on purpose.
This is probably my least favorite one so far.
Right.
Like, I think that the guy is very good. I don't necessarily love the little brain and the head.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like it's probably pretty anatomically correct.
Yep, textbook.
But I don't really like the shading in it. I don't think it needed to be this fucking gray. Mm-hmm. Right?
I think it could have dealt with like a harsh outline. Like it could have had a black outline.
Yeah.
And it maybe would have read better.
I know it's supposed to be funny, but like it's technically fairly well done. So like then I go to, oh, if it's going to be a good tattoo, then why not make it a good tattoo?
This just makes me think of like when you're in like high school and you open your science textbook and some asshole has drawn all over it, and this is exactly
Yeah,
what
I could
you
see
may
that.
have
Yeah,
seen.
yeah, like when they do like they'll put like an extra letter in something to make it a funny word.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like they just come in and spoof it.
Yeah.
Like it's that kind of a bathroom sort of
Yeah,
drawing, right?
it's like that teen humor.
Some type of graffiti style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is my least favorite one so far. I honestly forget what's in here because I then just sent these and I put them in a folder, right?
You compile them.
Yeah. Buy a man a fish.
No, buy a man, eat fish.
He day. Holy shit.
This is it's like
Bench
one of those.
fish man do a lifetime.
So this is a dyslexic
Beach?
tattoo. So buy a man a fish.
He will eat for a day.
He'll eat for a day. Buy a man.
Are all the right words in here?
Yeah, I think so.
Teach fish man do a lifetime.
Yeah, so teach a man to fish, he will eat for a lifetime.
Yeah, that
I think
hurts
is
my
the
brain
idea.
to read. If that was their goal, they mission accomplished.
Well, I think it's like one of those like dyslexic memes that
Yeah.
like typically if I'm scrolling and I see them, I'm like, what's wrong with it? And then I really have to think about what's wrong with
It
it.
reminds me of the one when they'll like do a paragraph, but it's like they'll have like all different characters from different shows, and they're putting them in like a different sequence, like Wolverine and Harry Potter and all these different.
geez.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just a mind fuck. This is like when I said the lion one was a big canvas to tell such a joke.
Yeah.
Like this is how you do this.
Yes.
I think you do it on a fucking small tattoo, not a giant tattoo.
Right, you don't take up your whole back for something silly.
Can you imagine if someone got a whole bodysuit of these mind fucks like this? They're just trying to be around them. You would always be just constantly reading these and just getting irritated at them. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if it would ever get to a place where you didn't notice them anymore. Because some things you just always bothering you, no matter how, like a really trippy tattoo where the eyes are like in a sequence.
Oh, they
you know
drive
what I
me
mean?
crazy.
Like those things.
I can't
just
look at
fuck
those.
with your, even when they're not done well, they just fuck with your eyes.
I know. I don't think I could tattoo that.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
tough.
about it. I saw one
you
recently and
could
I
do
was
it.
like, I don't know. No, because I think it would fuck with me the whole time.
And then we have this Godzilla guy.
I really like this. This is my favorite.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. I think there might be one in here that's better. But
He's like anatomically correct in some weird ways.
mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he's cool. He's
Yeah.
just, I think this should have been a back piece.
Really
to show
well done.
The scale of Godzilla, you know. But yeah, I've got nothing but like it's really cool. And
Yeah.
they did the thing where like they have a natural highlight with the negative space.
Yeah, I like
in
that.
the green. It's really cool. Look at
Yeah.
the light on it, the side of his face.
Yes. Yeah, I've been drawn to that the whole time. Side of his arms too.
Yeah.
Like really well done tattoos.
Yeah, really well. They really lit this very well with the use of negative space.
Technically well done.
He's funny, but he's also cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would take up bigger area with him. And then we have this, Brenda. This is the one that I think probably irks me the most. It's another back tattoo meme.
I can't get into it.
I can't read all of it, right? Like, I struggle to read any of it, to be
50
honest.
Shades of Brenda.
And all of the Brenda is other words. Are these all just Brenda in different languages?
I think it's all Brenda in different scripts.
Scripts and languages?
I think
maybe?
he's obsessed with Brenda. Is this how you tell Brenda you love her?
Brenda must be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's all I can imagine.
I'm happy her name wasn't Karen.
Like, is this like, I love you so much, I got your name tattooed on me 7,000 times?
I think so.
This would have fucking taken forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
This would have taken even longer than that stupid thing you did the other day.
I wouldn't call it stupid. I appreciate how long this took this person, though, because I did just do a full leg, and it wasn't a small girl, a full leg of script.
Yeah.
So, like, I appreciate how long this took.
Yeah, you don't have to call it stupid. I think it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
I mean, she wanted what she wanted.
Was it the same paragraph over and over, or was it different paragraphs? I didn't read it.
Oh, it was all it was a full one of the full songs from The Lion King, a quote from The Lion King 2, and then part of a song from The Lion King.
That's crazy.
She just really liked The Lion King. I mean,
I've never liked a movie that much, but we did have that Star Wars bodysuit and the Avatar guy.
I could see, the scrolling script from the Star Wars. I could see someone doing that same thing with the scrolling script. You know, like in a galaxy far, far away.
I could see them doing it. I bet you it's been done, actually.
Yeah.
I guess you'd have to love Star Wars as much as this guy loves Brenda.
Yeah, right?
Jesus Christ. Brenda better be a 10.
And I
That's all
hope
I'm
Brenda
saying.
and you stay together forever.